Today's very latest news coming to you first from the fabulous Pattaya Media Group here in Pattaya. And if you could like and subscribe, that would be amazing. Thank you. Yesterday afternoon, according to Thai media, a meeting of the Police Civil Service Commission, headed by the Prime Minister, convened to debate the findings of a subcommittee investigating Deputy Thai Police Chief Hakpan. With Hakpan, nicknamed Big Jock or Big Joke, suspended from his work, he had previously told the media that he would sue unless he had a fair hearing. Following complaints from parents, a music teacher at a well-known Bangkok public school was detained by police yesterday, who subsequently discovered numerous illicit video clips on his phone involving pupils. At least one mother complained to authorities, with her telling the press that her son had been offered extra lessons over a period of 2 years, which had involved abuse. Having a teaching history at the school of over 8 years, police have asked any other victims to come forward, and they can legally be interviewed anonymously. The excuse for a man has confessed, according to police reports, after being told that the video clips have been found, and also admitted using violence to force his young victims to comply. In Hat Yai, 4 people, including a school headmaster, have been arrested on charges of pilfering from the funds given to the school for student lunches and supplies. Teachers there noticed that plates of food given out were becoming smaller and smaller. Others noticed a lack of new textbooks. That was reported to the regional education officers, who in turn involved the police. The headmaster, along with 2 deputy heads and the budget manager, are said to have siphoned off significant amounts of cash, including close to 25% of the food budget. Thaksin's daughter, Phua Thai leader Paitong Tan, told the press yesterday that the words of her father shouldn't be taken literally. This as the former ailing ex-premier told a party training academy that he was prepared to work as her assistant. The family has a history of planting stories which are then refuted quickly, but then come to pass later, and many are concerned that his grip on the party is tightening. This, though, followed a separate warning from the Election Commission, which forbade Thaksin from any control of the party or its efforts, as he's not a party member. Phua Thai, which runs the government despite losing the election, is seen as a much splintered group, but with strong links to the old red shirt party of her father, which no longer officially exists. Prime Minister Thaksin has done much to separate himself and lead his government in a different direction. Something for the weekend turned into a fiasco on Koh Phangan, where a Swiss expat had owned a barber shop for over 8 years, could legally oversee it but legally could not cut hair, as that's a restricted trade in Thailand. Nevertheless, he did regularly, until locals reported him. The 51-year-old was arrested this week as he snipped and now faces deportation, or at the very least a heavy fine. Meanwhile at home, and promises that the planned covered docks at Bali Hai, complete with landside public conveniences and a full tidy-up, have been reinforced this week by City Hall as teams began the clean-up at the waterfront. Tons of garbage and rocks were removed as the first step to beautify the port. Cabling is to be tidied too, and the press were told that the covered and more attractive alterations to the jetty and landside improvements will be completed this summer. The building worker, gunman, who shot at a pickup truck aiming at the driver but actually taking the life of his passenger, has been arrested out at Mabprachan Lake. The shooting had followed a family dispute. He'd followed the man in his pickup truck and fired through the back window. When a petty thief was caught by police, he was duly thrown into the cells in Pattaya as his case began process. Despite his numerous list of past abodes, his most recent was checked and much of his recent haul was discovered. Feeling sorry for him, his mole went to visit him in the station's cells. Officers, though, noticed that she was wearing goods which were listed as stolen, and so the couple were reunited on a more permanent basis, as she too was arrested and detained. And one local hotel operator is very ticked off with a Western tourist believed to be British. He'd stayed at her hotel before, but this time sneaked in, stole a key, and made himself at home in a vacant room without paying. Sunning himself on the balcony, he seemed oblivious to her screaming at him from a neighbouring room until she told him that she would call the police. No word on where he slept last night, but all of that was caught on CCTV. And with the Met Office promising a breezy and wet day today, tonight too, with highs of 31, again dropping to a cooler 28 later. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or program, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.